Hey everyone, Dan Abington of Marquette Athletics here, and today I'm checking in with Marquette men's lacrosse alum and assistant coach Jake Richard, who plays as a defensive midfielder for Atlas Lacrosse Club of the Premier Lacrosse League, which began its quarantine championship series last week. Jake, it's good to see you. How is everything?
Dan, thanks so much for having me. Everything is great. We're on like day 10 out here in Utah, and we're really hitting the groove, having a lot of fun.
So, what is the bubble like? You're currently in Utah in the PLL Bubble. What has life been like for the past week?
First thing, I just want to recognize the amount of work that the PLL did to make sure this bubble was possible. They've done a ton of work in the front end, and then the procedures as we've been here have been pretty seamless, and they really crossed every T and dotted every I when it comes to keeping all the players safe and making this possible. But it's been really fun. You know, the first few days we made sure everybody was safe and healthy, and then we kind of dove into training camp. And that process of just getting back into the sport and kind of re-feeling out each other's game was a lot of fun and a little taxing physically because it's not quite often we get to play that many days in a row in the pro calendar. So then now we've fallen into the game schedule, and it's really cool having the games on national television. It's great exposure for the sport. So we're kind of in the phase where we're game planning, maintenance, and just competing.
You've been a professional for a few years now. How strange is it to have this quarantine tournament where you're playing back-to-back days instead of the week-to-week schedule you've had in the past?
Yeah, it's certainly unique. As you mentioned, we usually play on the weekends. So having this back-to-back schedule presents its own challenges, but it's also pretty cool because it's the most time we as pro athletes in the lacrosse world get to spend time together. Usually we're flying in and then we're flying out in a day or two. Now we get to spend quality time together, and the best times have been for our team building, like playing cards together, watching TV together, things like that. So I would say it's presented a lot more positives than negatives, being able to stick together and kind of build upon our momentum in real time.
Your first game of the championship series was obviously a special one, going up against a team that had two fellow Marquette alums in BJ Grill and your brother Noah. What was it like going up against the two of them?
I love playing against BJ and Noah, or playing with them, whatever it is. I admire them so much as players. I think each of them are one of the best at their positions in the world. I think they're fantastic. They play the game the right way. And so there's also an underlying sense of pride as well, just knowing that we're out there representing Marquette, kind of a unique path to the pro level. But as we see those guys out there competing and performing at a high level, I mean, like I said, they're playing great ball. It's kind of like showing that we belong at this level and kind of making a reputation for Marquette guys at this level. But ultimately, just really trying to be in the moment and enjoy those moments when we're on the field together, because those moments are pretty fleeting. And really just kind of being really proud to have shared a locker with them at some point and to know them so well as people and players. They're really great representatives of our university and the sport in general.
You and your brother, this was kind of your first time playing in different colors. You guys were at Marquette together, and then you played with Atlas together last year. How strange was it to see him on the other team this time?
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to play with him. But, I'm just grateful to be out there on the same field as him. I admire, like I said, I admire him so much as a person and as a player. So those moments are really cool. And obviously playing together has its own unique opportunities, but playing against each other also has unique opportunities and perks. And so I'm really happy for him. The Water Dogs are a great team with great guys, great coaches, and he's able to experience a whole new realm of relationships with those guys. And so as he kind of grows and we continue to grow at the pro level, we always seem to cross paths, and however that is, it's always a blessing and it's a lot of fun.
In the offseason, I saw a tweet from your teammate and league founder, Paul Rabel, where he said that you claimed you were going to be the best D-midi in the world in this tournament. How have you tried to make that a true statement?
So you put me on the spot here. I'm a big believer in if you have a goal, putting it out there so you can be held accountable. And throughout quarantine, I feel like I really got some great training in to prepare for this. But as I'm here in the tournament, my only goal is to help my team win. And if that goal comes to fruition through that process, then that'd be great. But if it doesn't, ultimately, I just care about what the team does. And if we win or lose, we're just going to keep focusing on that. My personal goals and aspirations are really second to that.
You and your brother both wear the number 27 for your respective teams. What's the significance of that number?
Growing up, we both played for the Headstrong Lacrosse Club, which is a small entity and part of the larger Headstrong Foundation, which was founded in the memory of Nick Calalori from Hofstra. And it's just a really great family who does a lot on behalf of cancer research, but more importantly, just kind of supporting families who battle cancer. And so if we can wear 27 as a small gesture for that foundation, it's the least we can do, because we are so proud to have come from it and so proud to try and support it any way we can. Nick Calalori was a tremendous competitor, and so to kind of carry his legacy forward along with his family is an honor.
Switching over to talking about your job as a Marquette assistant, you're the defensive coordinator. How have you and the rest of the staff dealt with such uncertainty recently?
So we talk about all the time with our guys, just taking things one moment at a time, not even one day at a time, just one moment. And I think there's no time where it's more important than now in these uncertain times. And so I think, first of all, Coach Thimbles had exhibited great leadership through this time, and the staff has been very present and really made an effort to engage our guys so that they know that they have a support system around them in a time where a lot of people may feel isolated. But ultimately, the tip of the cap has to go to our guys. They've been really engaged and really intentional about connecting with one another, and finding a good mix of continue to develop themselves and having fun. And so it's been uncharted territories for everybody, but it's really been a pleasure and a great learning experience to kind of go through these things together. And I think our program has done a great job of that.
Awesome. Well, Jake, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk to me today, and best of luck in the remainder of the championship series.
Dan, really appreciate you covering us and taking care of us. You're a great advocate for our program, and any time I can spend with you is well worth it.
Oh, thank you. Go Bulls.
Go Bulls. Let's go.